What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video now. People, as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, this is crazy, right? I was just recording another video on my football channel. Go and check that out, people. Lowdown Sports, and it crossed my mind that we do have a fight this weekend. Joshua Buatsi and Zach Parker. This is crazy. I totally forgot about this. That is bad. For me, hosting a boxing channel, I should know better, right? But I literally forgot that this fight was taking place. Which, well, what does that say? What does that say about Joshua Buatsi? Because let's remember, when this guy came out of the Olympics, Olympic bronze medalist, world at his feet, one of the top rated prospects and potential talents in the country. If you were to look at his career right now, he's what, 31, 32 years old, Joshua Buatsi maybe now. Um, has it gone as expected? I'm not sure. I think that the talent is there. I mean, he's a terrific talent. He's in a thriving light heavyweight division. He's had some good fights, particularly his last fight against Callum Smith. Very good fight, a fight of the year candidate, which he slightly missed out on, just lost out on points. But terrific fight with Callum Smith. Before that, he was against Willie Hutchinson. Very good fight. Won that fight, probably tougher than he wanted it to be, but he won that fight. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel that the light has dimmed with Joshua Buatsi a little bit, and it's up to him now to really get it going in terms of his career, right? I mean, he's not going to listen to anything that I say, of course, and why would he? But just the fact that I forgot that this was happening this weekend says it all, because I haven't really seen much about this fight, to be honest. It's his first one under Queensberry, Joshua Buatsi. He'll be taking on Zach Parker, who is a familiar face. He is a good light heavyweight, Zach Parker, but he's not as good as Joshua Buatsi. So straight away, spoiler alert, I'm going for Joshua Buatsi to win this. I think he'll win on points. But I think the main thing here is the fact that, there's no hype around this fight, really. Um, I'm guessing people are just assuming that Joshua Buatsi will just have too much for Zach Parker, too much talent, too much ability. But Zach Parker is tough. He will grit it out in there. Do you know what I mean? He did have the stoppage defeat to John Ryder a few fights back, but that was by injury. He'll be a tough test. But I think that people kind of expect to see Buatsi win this one. And the fact that, he was in a very good fight with Callum Smith last time out, but the yard fight has been one that we've been waiting on for so long, and we was expecting to see Joshua Buatsi push on for potential major honors like challenge for a world title. That's never come to fruition. The fact that he was with Eddie Hearn, who was really in his corner, and then they had that split, and then it's I'm just not sure with Joshua Buatsi, man. That's just me being honest. I'm just not sure. Like, I know he's talented, I know he's got the ability, but will he get to the levels that we felt that he could? Looking at this light heavyweight division right now, I'd have to say no. I don't think he's better than, well, he's not better than Dmitry Bivol. He's not better than Artur Beterbiev. He's not better than David Benavidez. I'd love to have seen him fight Anthony Yard, but Anthony Yard will now be fighting David Benavidez. He did fight Callum Smith. Callum Smith edged him out on that one. I think Callum Smith deserved the decision as well. So after the Zach Parker fight, I saw Frank Warren say, previously that, he'll look to match Buatsi in with the Benavidez and Yard winner. Let's see. If Yard was to somehow beat David Benavidez, and I don't see that happening, but if he was to somehow beat David Benavidez, then that would set up, the Buatsi fight for sure. But we've been talking about this for years now. Again, boxing, doing what it does best, talking about fights for years and years and years, and we don't get anywhere near it. Buatsi and Yard, that fight should have happened years ago when people were really hot on it. Now, if you were to put it on, people would be like, yeah, I'll watch it, but it'll have nowhere near the same amount of hype as it would have done a few years back. Blame whoever you want as to why that fight didn't happen. I'm sure you'll hear sides of the story from both fighters, right, as to why it hasn't happened and come to fruition. But both of them are now under Frank Warren, so you should assume that it would be easy to make, but who knows? Let's see how Yard gets on. I mean, he's got other priorities right now. A big one in David Benavidez coming up in November, right? So, yeah, Joshua Buatsi, Zach Parker, it doesn't really thrill anyone, I don't think, this fight. I will lock in because I do like Joshua Buatsi. I do think he's talented. I do think he's got ability. I'd just like to see that come to fruition now. Let's just see how far he goes in his career, man. And maybe he'll get the career revival under Queensberry. Maybe this is what he needs. Maybe he just needs a change of scenery. Let's see what happens here. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, people. I think that Boatsi, if he could pull out a terrific performance here, maybe stop Zach Parker and look good doing it, then maybe it might get people talking again. But I just feel like that the light has dimmed a little bit, and I'd say that with the utmost respect because I do like Joshua Buatsi a lot, man. I really do. But let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, people. How do you see this fight going? And do you agree with me on what I've been saying really about the Buatsi and Parker fight, man? Let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next video.